how did your season at McDuffie go during that reclassified junior season?
Overall, I think it went well. There was definitely like bumps and like all that. I mean, we were, we're all this is our first year team. Like we all just kind of came to this school, so we all learning each other, things like that. This is like Jock first year here too, him and Chris. So we all kind of learning each other, learning what kind of team we are, things like that. So we had ups and downs. Like we ran into Tilton, who was Terrence Mann and them, and they killed us crazy. I think playing in the knapsack too was like my first time really playing against teams where it's like we're just outmatched. Like they're better than us. Like they came to our gym too and started off the game with like 5 threes in a row. We down here running offense and stuff, not getting nothing. They come down 3. Next play, 3. Yo,
what else so in that other than Terrence Mann?
I don't even remember. There's one kid like Frank, I forgot. Can't remember his name or whatever. And then they had some other guard too. I think ended up going to like Xavier or something.
Okay.
But what's going on? Terrence Mann, a triple-double.
Yeah, he was very versatile. King of versatility.
Yeah, nah. He was different that year. Obviously, he was player of the year. They won the championship and all that this year. But I mean, them playing against like Vermont Academy, which was like Bruce Brown and what's his kid named Tariq or something like that. He went to Xavier.
Oh yeah, Xavier. He was a monster.
Yeah,
Tariq Jones. Yeah.
So like, I mean, this is what I went there for. To play against guys like this or whatever. So I had a couple. I mean, I had good games or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? I had games where I was leading scorer or like, I had 17, 18, whatever the case may be, or even 20 kind of things. And we traveling a little bit. Like, we went to Ohio tournament. We came down to the city to played in the Gauchos. Right.
Played in Baruch as well.
Played in Baruch. Like, so, I mean, it was good. I got some other write-ups and all that. I got, more known in New England area. Mm-hmm. So it was a good year for me, definitely overall. My game grew. This one Jock used to hate, so I was a shooter. Like I knew I was a shooter. Mm-hmm. And one thing that I kind of coined was years before was like on the fast break, instead of like going to the gym, going to the rim or whatever, like I'll pull up. Yeah. But like mid range though, I wasn't. This one like threes wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Steph wasn't really on that yet to like change the game. But like mid range, I'll pull up and hit that, and Jock hated it. He's like, yo, go dunk on somebody. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're 6'5", like, or whatever. So this is when I started going to the rim a little bit more, actually trying to dunk and things like that. So my athleticism is still going up. Mm-hmm. And then, that kind of led me into the summer, really.
Got you. Now you mentioned Omari, and his alpha mindset and whatnot, which obviously he went on to become a first round NBA draft pick. For those listening, we talk about Omari Spellman. What did you see from him back then, and did you think just being with him in practice and being with him on that team back then as a junior, this dude is an eventual NBA player? Did you think that then, or?
Nah, I didn't know. I don't know what an NBA guy looks like. Like you gotta think, you know what I'm saying, too. Like I didn't know nobody that played in college. Like I never knew anybody that went to the league, went to college, like like anything like that. So I just know the one thing about him, just mentally, he was just he talked like he knew he was going. Like, I'm going to the league. Like he knew he was going. And then. Granted, he was talented though. Like I can't even.
Could you see that he was a cut above everybody else?
For sure. Nah, for sure. He had a few games, especially too that year. Like we beat Thon Maker that year. Yeah. In the tournament and all that, he had like 25 and 12 or something. Like he had one game against Wenyan Gabriel. He had like 38 and 18. Like you know what I'm saying? And he was really my rival while we were there. So. All the days where you just got free time and all that, like me and him used to be in the gym, like playing 1-on-1, trying to dunk on each other, like all types of stuff. So I knew like he was different. And at his size, he could do everything I could do. Yeah. Like he's like 6'10". In high school, he like 300. So I was like, first of all, we can't even do nothing with this. Like you mad big, but he could shoot. You know what I'm saying? Like a guard. If he need to put on the floor, he can put on the floor enough, and you can't get around him.
Yeah.
So whatever. And he's athletic.
He's able to jump and run.
Yeah,
while being fat.
While being mad fat, but he could run for real.
Yeah.
And he could jump. So I mean, I knew he's different. Nah, like he's definitely, and he's top 15 in the country for a reason. Like I know, I can see why. Mm-hmm. But definitely like going up against him made me feel like I could be, you know what I'm saying? Like of that, like I could be one of those guys, whatever kind of thing. But nah, I definitely knew, and especially seeing him at Nova, I knew he was going. That's when I really knew, because seeing the way his body changed and all that. And like I said, his mindset was always just, he's not all the way, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't all the way there, though.
Most of them that make it ain't.
Yeah, so he's a little different. So I just, like, when I seen his body change and all that, and I knew that he definitely, then especially, like, had the work ethic or whatever, like, that was his goal. Like, that's where he was trying to go. He always said, nah, I'm going. Like, he said he was going to be one and done. Yeah. I told him to stay in college. I dare remember that. I told him to go back again. Because the team, he was on the team with Jalen Brunson and them. I was like, you come back again, it's your team. Yeah. I told him to stay. He was like, nah, bro, I told you. I'm playing 1 year and I'm going. Yeah. And they won the chip. So I was like, hey, you know what I mean? And he was the first round pick. So, hey.
Yeah, ain't nothing else to do. Yeah. Ain't nothing else to do. So heading into your final AAU season, what are your plans? What's your plans for it?
So, I was about to go. Actually, this is what I had a decision to make, because I had played well, in NEPSAC and all that. So a couple of dudes from Expressions were hitting me up. Mm-hmm. It was just like, yo, like we want you to come play with us. We'll make sure you get to Boston and get back to school. Whatever, blah blah blah, this and that. And this is EYBL. Now, at this point, you know what I'm saying, the EYBL was like freaking secret society. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how you get in here. So, but they say this were the top players and all that, whatever play. So, I mean, it was tough. So it was kind of between them, and it was between like the Jayhawks. Yeah. And the Jayhawks at this time, like Hami, Amadou Diallo, or whatever, like he was, budding star kind of at this point. Like a lot of talks about him. And then Mamadou
Diarra.
Yep, we had him. We had another kid, Jair Bolden. So we had a few other people too. We had Jaheim Cornwall. Right. Basically that was the comfortable choice, kind of thing. And then like we knew Jay, and all that. So honestly, I really wanted to go to Expressions, just because EYBL is where I wanted to be. Like I had said, like I wanted to play EYBL, it's the highest, blah blah, things like that. But my dad more comfortable with that situation. He was like, you're gonna get the looks and all that anyway, because Hami and them, blah blah, and all that. So we ended up going there. And then, I mean, it didn't go great for me, to be honest. I got a couple offers though. I remember Tennessee Chattanooga being one of them. And then they ended up coming to see me at school. But I remember what happened was I thought I was going to be starting, and I wasn't. And this is the first time like I ever had any pride about anything like that. Like I never really cared about starting or whatever. Like, to be honest, I finished a lot of games. Yeah. So I never really cared about starting. But this is the one time where like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I'm a senior, it's my last year. Like, I'm trying to be one of those guys. I'm trying to go up. I just had a good year. And then I wasn't starting. So I'm like, damn. Like, all right, whatever. And then, I don't know, I didn't like the Under Armour basketball or something, like playing on Under Armour. Like, shit was just, you know what I'm saying? Shit was not feeling right or whatever. But I had a couple good games. I think we went to New Orleans was the first spot. I had a couple of games, whatever. Like I said, I ended up getting the Chattanooga offer. And then I was just looking for something else. And tapped in with PSA. Munch, and obviously, Unique and Mario was playing on the team or whatever. So, I go to school with these guys and all that. And then I think a couple people left or something.
I think so.
To go play for like other teams or something like that or whatever. And then I had Munch had watched a few of our games throughout the year. I had a couple of games, whatever. He knew that, you know, he could use me as a shooter,
Mm-hmm.
things like that. And then so I went to a workout, had a good workout, things like that. And then I ended up joining the PSA.
Got you.
And that's why I finally finished that.